Fikile ne?
You are on my tool. Yeah.
Want to go to the toilet first?
Huh?
Want to go to the toilet first?
Sorry, sir.
This is still South Africa, President.
Unfortunately. But at least you've seen some beauty here.
No, I have indeed.
Unlike what you always see here.
Yes, Yo, this is far. When we left the airport, how far we were, but it's 30 kilometers. I thought I had 30 kilometers. But it's 80 kilometers.
Yeah, it's 80. That's how far Nelson Mandela gets it on, from all fronts.
Yes.
Two systems.
Yes, I want to go there, and then I come back.
Guys. Hi. Yes.
Okay, guys, can you now clear those who are
Sharp, standing by.
be quiet?
The minister is speaking, so you can take it.
In a prayer, and we've already done the prayer, completed. Item number 1 done. Welcome, Mr. President. Thank you very much. The real welcome is going to be done by Premier Mabuyane, because this is his part of the world. He doesn't have the whole world, but part of it. So welcome to Noord-Gedacht. I asked when I came here first, some time ago, what does Noord-Gedacht mean? It means, they said it means never thought of. So we're in a place which was never thought of before until it happened. This facility belongs to the municipality, but DWS contributes via budgets and all of that, and we're delighted that we are seeing part of taxpayers' money being used properly. We're on phase 3. And so on. But we will give President a short briefing on our intervention, just the core of our intervention. It entails augmenting water resources via, this is 70 megaliters production to the system of Nelson Mandela Bay as a whole. But there are other interventions, it's closing leaks. You may be delighted or may be very angry, I don't know, you will choose which one you do. This city leaks more than 6,000 times. We have closed 3,000 leaks. We're on our way to the others, with people reporting on a daily basis, and the team, all our team intervening every time they hear. That's number 1. Number 2, we are going to be barging, doing this thing of shifting pumps in a dam called Mpofu Dam towards the wall, make sure that it goes where water is deeper. But that doesn't suggest more water being abstracted. And therefore, number 3 is restricting water. There isn't going to be a place with as restricted water as this one, while on the other hand, we're ensuring availability of water. So we're saying people, when they bath, they don't turn around under the shower. You just stand like this, one way, you are out. If you turn around, we're putting meters that will see you off, and so on, all over, because there's no water here. The dams are really, really horror sites to look at. It's a pity President doesn't have time to look at them. But they look like sites where war has been, and you are seeing skeletons and so on. When you see where water was or should be, where water is really is. So we're happy that you are here. The people of Nelson Mandela will see that the first citizen is here leading the way, and also inspiring them to close leaks and do whatever it will take to ensure that we have more water. The enemy number 1 is day 0. We don't want it to arrive. We know about it, but we don't want it to arrive. So on a daily basis, kick it away and away. Every week, postpone it. That is what the war is about. Premier, it's your turn. Welcoming the President. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you very much to the mayors that are here. Comrade President, you are welcome to Eastern Cape. This is Sarah Batman. Sarah Batman. This is the mayor of the local municipality called Sundays River. This is where you get the best citrus fruit that we are exporting across the world. We are really battling now with the problem of Russia and Ukraine. So we need to take a lot of that direction. On a special day, a day that was declared by the United Nations, it will be a day that the entire world must do good to those who are in desperate need for good. We are here remembering former President Mandela on all the sacrifices that he has made for this country, for the continent, as well as the world. So we thought it's best what Minister Mchunu has done to say This is an area that has been drought-stricken for almost 7 years, consecutive years, and it's a challenge. It's almost a national disaster, so to speak, on a continuous basis, a challenge of climate change. So we're happy to see you here, so that through the district development model, we work together to ensure that we definitely push back the day zero that the minister has spoken about. Mayor has just assured me that it's unlikely that we'll see, but we need a huge favor, a huge cooperation from the consumers, from the communities. Since morning, we've worked, led by Minister Mchunu. The only problem that I had in the morning was to get a finger breakfast, and I said, how do we do that before we work? I didn't know. Someone briefed us to say it is the only thing we have today. If you don't do it, forget about anything. Don't expect any lunch. We don't have any lunch. We've got work for you from here. As you know that we must go and join the volunteers during 67 minutes. We have been joined by your gift of givers, the NGOs that you all know, and a couple of other people that are doing good work. These two water plants, water treatment plants were visited. The government has invested not less than $1 billion. Almost $500 million on that side, almost $500 million on the work that is being done here. That shows the kind of commitment from our government to make sure that we serve our people. We've got a problem in Eastern Cape. This is the only province, President, that has got about 6 perennial rivers that flow from the mountains straight to the Indian Ocean. So the problem of Mzimvubu, you are doing good, Mabuyane, but you will not do good enough as long as Mzimvubu is not yet here. So in the eastern part of our province, that Mzimvubu will be catering for more than 750,000 households. So definitely we need that project to come up so that we address the problem of water. Thank you very much. You are all welcome. Gerardo, you are also welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Pam and your team. We will get here. You just zero down on the key interventions, the core of the interventions briefly. Pam Yako is the lead person. She's supposed to have a house somewhere here, Gqeberha, all around. She hasn't done so. I will make sure she does. But she's working with Perry, who is head of water and sanitation here. Who else? Where is the Portia? Portia is our
Portia is in our next side.
In our office here. Pam?
Thank you, thank you.
I've greeted everybody for you. So,
including Mr. President. My job is very short because Minister covered the main parts, Mr. President, of what we're doing here. I head up the intervention team, and we work with the city and colleagues from National Treasury and the department. Our main job is got three pillars. The first one is avoiding day zero, and some of the initiatives like repairing leaks, identifying repairing leaks, communicating with the communities, reduce pressure in these areas, and also ensure restriction. Those are all activities that are aimed at avoiding day zero. We do have another plan in case, but we're pushing it back, but we do have a plan to try and also make sure that we augment the water, which is partly part of the day zero, but in case it happens, so we've got standpipes that are being constructed around the city. The second pillar is about reducing demand, and this is where we are appealing to people to use less and less water than they're doing. It's 50 liters of water per person per day, 5 buckets. And as a family of 4, you've got 200 liters per day, so you can see how you spend it. So you could shower every second or third day, whatever the case may be, but you have 50 liters per person per day. And we're putting in water meters in these areas so that people can just also learn to measure that. The third pillar, which is about augmenting and ensuring assurance of supply in the long term, we are looking at Nooit Gedacht Phase 4 is also part of that. We're looking at other initiatives like desalination, reuse of water. All of those are initiatives that we are working on planning so that we don't find ourselves in this situation again. So we're taking a long-term view, a short-term and a long-term view. So that's what we're doing. I'm with Perry, between him and Toby, they're going to talk about the site, exactly what's being here, but we are launching Phase 3, Mr. President. Thank you.
2 minutes, Perry, if there's a gap. If there's no cap, what fine? No cap. Oh, fine. Now you are on the stage to lead us where to from here, and then we're on our way. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Welcome here to Gqeberha. I just wanted to show you one small thing here on the door, and then we can go actually for the walk. Okay, if I can just close this door. I don't know if you want to come on the other side. Okay. We've got to just have a short induction. Yeah? So Rochelle will just give us a short induction, just a safety induction on site before we can go and walk.
Okay, but do you want to do the intro first?
You
Are you
do
sure?
Yes.
Okay. Is it morning? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rochelle. I'm the Health and Safety Officer appointed for Stefanoto Stocks Coastal. The management of SAC welcomes you to the Gqeberha Kucha Scheme Phase 3 project. This is the water treatment work section thereof. We consider the safety, health, environmental and quality aspects with the utmost importance and expect and require our client, visitors, employees and contractors to abide by our zero mission. In order to be granted access to the site, you have to observe the safety rules, observe any safety signs which you may see posted, as well as any direction by fully inducted employees. That would be myself and Toby that will be representing the project here. Also, just please note that the toilet facilities are over here. They're gender specific. The right side is male, the left side is female. In the case of a first aid injury, I'm your first aid officer. The first aid box is located in my office at the site contractors at the camp. Also, in addition, report any unsafe acts or conditions before the end of this work shift or prior to your departure if you do leave before then. In terms of hazards which you may be exposed to for the day, it's nice and hot, so please observe snakes. Please don't try to catch them yourself. Just notice them and inform us, and we shall do that for you. Don't worry, Mr. President. Also, in addition to that, we have moving plants. So when we do take the site walk that we have vetted before so that we're out of the major risk areas, just try to keep to the left side because plant does have right of way on site as they do have blind spots with them, as well as loose materials and water environments. So when we do go to the filters area, there are handrails. I ask that you please not try to climb over any barricade or handrails that are there for your protection. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you for your time. Sorry?
Right, what I'm going to just quickly show you guys is what we've done here at Phase 3. Everything in green on this drawing that we've got here is that was part of Phase 3 that we've done here. Phase 3 obviously added 70 million litres. There was originally 140 million litres being produced, so we're up to 210 million litres that can be produced now. We're at the moment standing in front of the building. We're right here. We're right there on that side. That's where we're sitting. This green building is the building right next to us on this side. And we're going to also visit the settling tanks, which is at the back. I'll show you when we at the top, there's a backwash balancing tank. That's right at the bottom. We'll see that also. And then where the water comes in, we've got a strainer where the water basically comes in, where all the dirt is taken out of the water, the bigger pieces of material. So that's just basically an idea of the site. And if you guys are ready, the guys that's going to work with us, we can go. Okay.
Well, we're going to take a walk now with the President Ramaphosa as he's going to take a walk here at the Gqeberha treatment plant. As you said now, this treatment plant is now currently in its stage 4 and is going to be able to produce about 200 megalitres of water daily. So the President Ramaphosa, as part of the Nelson Mandela celebrations, is here with the Minister of Water and Sanitation and Senzo Mchunu to try and make sure the Metro averts day zero. And part of that is the Gqeberha treatment plant, which is part of conserving water here in the Metro. So we're just going to take a walk with them throughout this plant, so just follow our visuals as we walk with them and just hear exactly what their plans are for the Metro to avert day zero.
Where are you? You talk.
Okay.
Mr. President?
Show us
This is a good point just to take a look. The building. We've got the admin building there, and Phase 1 right here. That was built 30 years ago. This first structure.
What does this do?
We'll,
70 megs. This first structure 70 megs, and then another 70 gives you a 140, and the third one on that side gives you another 70 for 210.
So will we be able to see some
we're
parts?
going to go to the top side.
We'll go inside as well.
Because
So
I'd like
all I
to.
wanted to show you, so you got an idea of it there. This is Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. Each phase is 70 million litres. Phase 4 will be adding another 70 million if we ever do that.
how do you count? Do you have a counter to tell you that this is 1 million, 2 million, 70 million?
There's a flow meter that actually will show you how much water is flowing, but when it's designed, it is designed for a specific flow.
Okay.
So originally, the whole plant was designed for 280, but it was done in phases. So it was phase 1, 70, phase 2, 70, phase 3, 70.
Okay. So how long did it take to have one of the phases to construct and all that?
Under perfect conditions, it's about 2 years, 24 months.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we had some difficulty now with phase 3, but under normal conditions, it should be about 24 months.
Was the contractor running out of money, or were you not having money to
Well,
management?
between money and COVID, we had enough problems.
Between money and COVID and management.
So where are you taking us to?
We're going to the start of the project there, so that is basically the inlet, yes, where the water comes into the plant there, the strainer.
It comes in from which source?
It comes from Gqeberha.
It comes from Gqeberha.
Gqeberha Dam.
Gqeberha Dam in the Free State.
Now, how is it transported?
It's gravity.
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 So
it's from
canal
Gqeberha, which is dam number 1 in terms of size in the country.
Yes.
With most of what it's even bigger than
The Vaal River?
Yeah, Vaal River is Vaal Dam is number 3.
The Gqeberha is number 1.
Number 1.
And number 2?
It's I forgot the other one down
The Orange River?
Down the Orange River.
Okay.
So there are two. There are two.
And then the Gqeberha,
But then it comes to the tunnel, from the dam to the tunnel, and the mountains, and then to the river.
It's transported through the tunnel.
Via gravity.
Oh, gravity.
Through the tunnel,
Okay.
through the rivers,
Yes.
through pipes until here, which is another problem.
How much water are we losing on that process?
There are no leaks like here. There are no leaks.
You've got more leaks here.
That thing is maintained. That thing is maintained every year. They get into how many times? Where is Sean? How many times do they maintain the tunnel? A year, once a year, once in a while.
There's a dry period every year.
Every year. So they get into the tunnel, make sure that there's nothing, and so on. You close water. Then people.
How full is the Gqeberha Dam right now?
It's the last time I went to it was when President was going to go there. It was 100%, and when that thing is 100%, it is full. It sinks mountains.
It's full.
It's full. It was full. It was overflowing.
And so we then sort of open for water to go down the tunnel
Yes.
with gravity,
Yes.
and it finally gets here.
It gets here.
How many kilometers are we talking about? 800? 450.
450.
450
Yes.
kilometers.
Yes. We now have to pump also to Mangaung. Because
From
they
the
are short.
Gqeberha Dam
From
as
the
well.
Gqeberha, same Gqeberha.
Because they are short as well.
They are short as well.
But because it is the number 1 dam in the country, it does have the capacity, isn't it?
It does.
It does have that capacity to be able
Yeah,
to
the
transport.
second one is Van der Vaart, down the line. I remember that.
Yes.
Down the Orange River.
Okay.
And the third one is the Vaal.
The third one is the Vaal.
Yes.
It's funded what?
Van der Vaart. We have to. So talk, or you want us to get closer?
Should we get closer? Okay.
This thing looks like a truck.
So this is just where the project starts. So phase 3 starts here. This is the pipe that's bringing the water in.
Okay, but explain where the water is coming from.
It's coming from the Gqeberha Dam. It's coming
Gqeberha
from
Dam,
there. There's
through
a
gravity and all that.
gravity all the way.
But you tunnel it somewhere.
Yes, it tunneled along the way. It goes into rivers, there, canals, everything, and it ends up in the Skipper's Vlakte Dam.
Yes.
It's about 9 kilometers from here.
Okay.
Then from there, there's a pipeline, 9 kilometer pipeline, 1.4 meters in size, that actually brings the water here.
So 1.4 meters would be like up to here. Yes. Oh, up to here. Yeah, I'm 1.7. So it's up to here.
1.4 meters.
Okay, yeah.
That brings the water here. It comes in here. This basket that we can see here.
Yes.
That is the same as your swimming pool. It's got a small little basket that catches all the leaves.
That's right.
That's where we take out
this- yes.
fish, bottles, anything funny like that.
Yes.
All right, so this is the beginning of phase 3.
Okay.
Yes. from there we can continue, and I'll show you. We've laid a 160 meter.
So once you catch everything here, where do you then deposit what you catch?
So that's a very clever question. Huh? What this system can do, what you've got installed here, is you can actually backwash it, like you backwash your...
It backwashes it.
It's backwashed there, and it washes out all the dirt every now and again.
And where does it deposit?
There's another pond there where it goes.
Into a pond.
There it gets collected, yeah, because there can be fish and all kinds of stuff.
That's
and
right.
that gets taken to a waste
Clothing and all that, and you name it.
Cloth, anything that
Cloth
can be in
and
the
all
water.
that, yes.
But that then gets disposed of in a proper manner.
Okay, so when it leaves here, it's relatively clean from all this.
All the big pieces of material have been taken out. All the sand and dust is still in the water.
Yeah, of course.
That gets taken out as we go forward.
Okay, all right.
Don't forget to
That was the president just giving a brief about what happens as this water treatment plant. We're now moving to another pipe that's close by to show exactly what happened to that pipe there.
That's also part of phase 3 that's been installed here. This pipe on this side is 1.2 or 1.1 meter because it actually splits. There's the old phase 1 and 2.
As big as that one.
It's
the
that
black
pipe that's
one.
lying there.
That black one. That
Let's
I've
just go
seen.
to the top here and then we walk around this heap of soil here. We've got to go to the top.
Okay.
So I'll show you the pipe there. That pipe is 1.1 meters.
talk from the front.
Yeah,
Come here.
Yeah. So you'll see whether you reverse or just talk.
Okay, so we're walking on the pipe now.
How long is the distance?
This pipe is 160 meters on site now, yeah, 160 meter pipe.
Okay.
That goes basically in front of us. We're going to go to the, what you asked previously, the flow meter.
Yes.
Yeah, where we basically meter how much water is actually coming in on this side.
Yeah.
There's also a valve where we can stop the water that's coming in if we need to maybe do some maintenance work on phase 3.
Right. Now, when you stop it where you just stop the pressure. Does it stop or does it filter to other receptacles?
Because we've got phase 1 and 2 on this side, you can actually then
You can divert it.
it can be diverted. It actually splits just.
We are still live with President Ramaphosa and Minister of Water Sanitation, Senzo Mchunu, who are here in Gqeberha to try and ensure that we avert day zero. I think there's no better way of celebrating Nelson Mandela Day by making sure that the main right of all citizens, which is a basic right to water, is ensured for the citizens here. You understand about 2 months back, the Metro did face a day zero, but the Minister of Water Sanitation has been here for the past 2 months, I think up to four or five times been here, meeting with various stakeholders, meeting with NGOs, the private sector, trying to find out how as a unit they can avert day zero. And to date, over 20 boreholes have been drilled in the Metro, primarily by NGOs and private sector and some by the municipality as well. And today, the President thought that he must come to the Metro, the home of the legends, to ensure that in honor of Nelson Mandela, they ensure water goes to the citizens of this country.
Structure up front here.
The main aim of the water is to make it drinkable at the end of the day.
Okay, so here you really treat the water.
Yeah, you
This
treat
is
it to
like-
make it drinkable.
This is
That's
like raw water from the river.
it's untreated.
dam and
Untreated.
the river.
That.
So you bring
And-
it here, you treat it,
Yes,
and then you make it drinkable.
that's correct. Yes. And how you treat it is dependent on how dirty the water is and what impurities is in the water.
Okay, I
So we
understand.
take analysis of that sample, and then once we've done that, we determine the type of process that needs to be designed to suit that water. And then you design the plant according to that.
Yes.
This plant is also uniquely different to the other ones in the city because the water that we get from the Gqeberha Dam and the return flows from irrigation makes this water what we call a hard water as well.
Yes.
So when you soak the water, it doesn't soak so easy like the other water. So that's one of the
If it's
key.
hard water, it doesn't
It doesn't
give you
soak.
that lather.
Yeah. So that is just one of the key things that.
So what do you do to it? You then add some chemicals.
Yes, we add chemicals.
Yes. What? To make it softer.
No, our main aim is to make it drinkable.
Yes.
The way to make it softer, but then our main aim is
To make it drinkable.
Drinkable is the main aim.
Now, does
And
this
healthy.
also...
And healthy.
So when you've done that, when it leaves here, where does the water go to? It goes into the city?
It gets pumped into the city.
It gets pumped into the city.
That's correct.
So then the irrigation farms that are here, where do they get their water from?
The irrigation system, this whole transfer system
Yes.
is managed by the Department of Water and Sanitation.
Okay.
And they allocate the water to the different users on the system.
Where, at what point? From here or along the way?
Along the way, but not from here.
Yes.
We also get an allocation from Farmer A, Farmer B, Nelson Mandela Bay, there's your water. Then we take that water, and because it's raw water, is untreated, then we treat it for our needs. The farmer doesn't need to treat it
For human needs.
for human needs.
So you treat it for human needs, but the farmer gets the raw water, as it were,
That's correct.
along the way with their immersible pumps in the river and so forth.
That's correct, whatever, man.
We also, the dam, Gqeberha Dam is basically at the end of the canal that basically passes all the rivers, all the farmers. So the farmers take their water first from the canal, and all the water that then passes them, the municipality orders enough water so that there's enough water that then ends up in the dam at the end of that canal. And that's basically where we draw the water from.
And the farmers then also pay for the water as they draw.
Yes.
They have their
Meters.
allocation,
That's correct.
they have meters, and that's what they pay for.
They don't necessarily get the water that we've treated here.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, they get the more raw water.
Untreated water.
Yeah, undrinkable, but then they use it for irrigation.
That's correct.
Okay.
What about Sunday's River? Is it getting some water here from?
No, Sunday's River don't get the water from Neutra.
Where does it get it from?
I don't know where.
Where does Sunday's River rise? Yes, where does... Yeah.
We are getting from Orange River as well, and then it goes through the canal to our water treatment
Right
works.
from the Orange River.
Yes,
So there's a canal that delivers water to
Yes.
Sunday's River.
yes,
From Kharib.
yes.
From the Orange River.
From Orange River to Carib, then to our...
Okay, so you also get it from Karib. Okay.
It's from the same system.
Yes.
It will be from the same system. We don't have two canals.
So only the people I'm going to read on the list will come with the president. Minister, Mchunu, Premier, the Executive Mayor Johnson, Mayor Khuna, Miss Kemiako, Miss Makanya Geko, Mr. Mabuyane, spokesperson for President, MEC Mboko. Only those people will come in with the president. The media requested to remain here. I'm told an arrangement was made with you guys. Yes. Yeah. So, okay. Only those.
Well, that was just a media being told just to remain at the bottom while the president makes his way to the top of the Gqeberha treatment plant, a plant that's going to assist in taking water, much needed water, to the distressed areas of Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. For now, let's just go back to the studio up until the president comes back again.
Lerato Fikisi giving us an update there from Gqeberha, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has been briefed on what's happening to try and avoid day zero.
Asingena lapha. Asingena lapha.
Ninjani? Manje kanje kusho ukuthi nise striking manje. Alikho striking. Oh, bengisengithukile ngithi niya strike. Ninjani? No, kandi nibona ninje, I think you are on strike. Ninjani? Inkosi. Ewe. Niyaphila. Ah. Inkosi. So we take one picture masinyana nihlangane nonke. Kumbi. One corner around. One picture only. Share. Share and ngokwe.
She's SFM. SFM. Hello.
Okay, one big picture. Okay. Okay.
Just Bosen. Hello? Yes. Yes. I'm fine. How are you? Hi, put. 18. Yeah, we'll move with the president. I like it. You can come. I'm just gonna. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can dip into the movement. Then I'll just talk over that. Yeah, I can keep me on the line. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, now he's turning back. Slimani? Sli, okay, sure. Sam. Give me up.
Quickly.
Alive.
So we're still keeping up with it.
He's got this. Yes? Okay, sure. Hi. Okay, sure, sure. I can't hear studio here, so you'll have to just tune me.
Premier no Minister basebenza kunye, and this is really what we want to see kuyo yonke indawo, ukuthi uhulumeni waku national nohulumeni waku province futhi nohulumeni wakamasipala basebenze kunye. So the project endiyibona apha abanibonisa yona is proof yokuthi xa sisebenza kunye sisonke sizakwazi ukuthi sondle amanzi, silungise yonke into engahambi kakuhle ngamanzi. So ndivuya kakhulu ukuthi banilethe apha ndizozibonela ngokwami, nokuthi siyazama ngayo yonke indlela ukuthi into ingxaki yamanzi apha eBhayi eGqeberha iyalungiswa. And so far yonke into endiyibonayo ngoku ibonikalisa ukuthi sizawukwazi ukuphumelela ukuthi abantu bakwazi ukuthi bafumane amanzi. Kodwa ke nabo abantu bafanele nabo ukuthi bawondle amanzi, bangasebenzisi amanzi just carelessly, bayenze sure ukuthi sondla amanzi nohulumeni wenza yonke into ukuthi sikwazi ukuthi siphumelele.
Mr. President, also we talked about earlier on ukubaluleka abantu basebenza together. How important is it by NGOs, the private sector nazo zijoyine into ngamanzi eBhayi?
Well, it's important ukuthi a private sector, nama NGOs and all organizations zisebenze kunye with the national department, the provincial government, as well as the local municipality, the Metro APA. When we all work together, we are then able to address the challenges and the difficulties that we face. I've been troubled about the challenges zalapha of water apha eGqeberha, and now I can see that all levels of government, the minister, the premier, and the mayor are making all efforts to resolve the problem and also to push away day zero. And they told me that they are pushing it further and further backwards. And the efforts that they are making prove that to be the reality. So I think with all the staff, the engineers that are here, and even the young people who are being brought in to work here for their training and their development, I think we've got something really good going here as a was ukuthi solve the problem elapha.
Mongameli Ramaphosa sithi noko uyawuncoma umsebenzi owenziwe ngumasipala ombhaxa ukonga amanzi kulo metro esithi noko kunethemba kuba day zero akuzofika lo masipala kodwa ngoku masibele back to you in studio. We're live the whole time.
Basukile ukuthi kokuya kanjani?
Basukile mntse ya.